Khalil Roundtree is a very important man. And I'm not talking about his career as a UFC fighter. Yes, I can say that I'm talking about that, but more importantly, who he is, the person he is, what he represents. And you may ask, what makes Khalil Roundtree so special? Well, the answer to that lies in Khalil's story, because he is the blueprint of how to become a completely new person. You see, Khalil was not always this muscular, athletic, fit and confident person. As a matter of fact, he was quite the opposite. Out of shape, overweight, and he had a lot of unhealthy habits. Habits such as smoking cigarettes every day. According to him, he will smoke a pack a day or two. Overeating and eating unhealthy. And most importantly, talking down to himself. Negative mental talk and a negative mental image of himself. This lifestyle, this state he was in, made him suffer from depression. He felt like he was never good enough, and he would often let his frustration out through music, playing instruments like the guitar. In his early 20s, he felt like he was at rock bottom, and one day he saw people fighting MMA. I believe it was like the UFC, something along those lines, and he decided, you know what, let me give this MMA thing a shot. But little did he know that this was the thing that would change the course of his life forever. When he finally found a gym to train and he started hitting the pads, he immediately fell in love with the sport. But there was just one problem. After a couple hits, he was already out of breath. He couldn't do it. He couldn't kick. He couldn't train because he was huffing and puffing all of that cigarettes. The cigarettes had messed up his lungs. So at that time, right there and then, he had to make a decision. And that's when we come to what's special about Khalil Roundtree. His ability to turn around and make instant change. The next session, he decided that he was going to quit smoking, and he just quit. Just right there and there, cold turkey. He decided he was going to become fit. He decided he was going to train. And that right there was the first step towards changing his personality, changing his identity. Because that right there was one step away from being the lazy bum he was, and one step towards becoming the UFC contender. You see, when we need to make a change, sometimes we often delay it. We know that we need to make a change, but what we need to do, really and truly, is make that change right there and then. Because all it takes is one moment of hesitation for us to procrastinate on changing what we need to change, or just never doing it. But when we do it in the heat of the moment, it just gives us the momentum that's needed in order to do great things, to change ourselves. And Khalil Roundtree will not hesitate to do that. When he realized that there were some holes in his stand-up game, he went straight away to Thailand and decided that he was going to change his fighting style. Now everybody associates Khalil Roundtree with Muay Thai. Muay Thai from Thailand. You see, Charles Darwin said that species that survive are not the strongest nor the smartest, but the species that can adapt the fastest, that can adapt the best. And Khalil Roundtree is an expert at that. That's why we need to learn to know the changes that we need to make and adapt to our situation. Adapt in the most positive way. Adapt in order to find an outcome, a positive outcome. The second reason why I believe that Khalil Roundtree is a very important person is that UFC fighters are gladiators. They are supposed to represent masculinity. But when I see Khalil, what I really like is the fact that he shows that it's okay to show your emotions sometimes. It's okay to sometimes tear up. It's okay. Not in a way where you seem like you lose control of yourself, but in a dignified way. You can be soft-spoken and still be a warrior. You can be a warrior and still show that you're happy, and still be a sensitive person, still be moved by the fact that you're now the headline of an event. It's okay to say I'm happy. It's okay to say, oh, I've never had this before. Wow, what an amazing feeling. Wow, what does it feel like? This is what it feels like to be a winner? I never knew. And I love it. Thank you so much. Nobody is going to look down on you. It's quite the opposite. I never knew, okay, I knew Khalil Roundtree, let me stop lying. But a lot of people didn't know him, but when they see his personality, his sweetness, they will still have respect for him and they will probably love him. You know what I mean? He's a very likable person and he's definitely going to win fans. This will make other people, other hard men, other men that really want to be manly like myself. I want to be a manly man, a real man. But sometimes we need to understand the nuances, and this, it helps us understand that you can be all of these things. You can be sensitive a little bit at times. You can show your emotions. You can show happiness. You can show that you're grateful. You can admit your weaknesses and still be dignified and manly. That's why Khalil Roundtree, he's a special person, because he's a blueprint of how someone can go from nothing to something. And I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about how you view yourself, how you can become a better person, how you can be more dignified, how you can learn to be a winner. Because he learned to be a winner. He learned to be consistent. That's why he's going on a win streak, you know? So yeah, guys, that's just it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And let me know what you think of Khalil Roundtree. So yeah, guys, it's your favorite YouTuber, Tenants Go. If you like this video, you can click here, or just go on my profile, subscribe, and there's much more videos like this. And also check the link in the description to help support the people of Palestine. They don't want me to talk about it. Please do show support. And yes, until next time.
قالوا إنها وعد نحن عصبة الأسد فأتاهم زحفنا زائلون للأبد